I'm the champion, I cannot be stopped. I can't stop, I can't. This is my world, it cannot be rocked. You can't rock my world, son. Wanna thank everyone who helped me get here.
Did you know that 23% of New Year's resolutions are broken within the first week of the new year? Of that, 40 to 60% won't even make it through the first month of the new year. And 90% of people will never finish through or make it to the end of the year on their New Year's resolutions. And why is that? I want to break this down for you and maybe add some value to your life right now as we're coming into the new year and the ball is dropping. Turning to the page, right? You have beautiful things you want to do next year and amazing goals and this ultimate life that you see in your mind and business and income and all the above. So what separates somebody that has that life and that lifestyle and that body and that bank account from somebody that doesn't? Because it's not wanting it more. If we could just wish something to happen, that would be amazing. Just it's not the case, right? So why is somebody shredded in the best shape of their life? Why is somebody balling in their business? It comes down to two things. Like, pay attention to what I'm going to share with you right now. Number one, it's identity. And number two, it's habits and daily disciplines. And let me unpack them. So when I say identity, what do I mean? It's who you identify as a person. It's your standards. It's who you truly are. And that's why in the first week of the new year, people won't make it. They haven't identified that they are a person that works out or a person that eats healthy. They tried it a few times, but they didn't rewire their internal nervous system to actually become that person. And I think this is so beautiful because it doesn't matter who you've been, what you did this year. You know, maybe you didn't get started on certain projects or goals, and there's nothing wrong with that. What you can do today, and I get it, the symbolism of the turning of the page in the new year is a great way to start. It's a beautiful thing. You just start identifying as the person that has that life that you want, that bank account that you want. So let me ask you this, like, if you identify as somebody that works out and is in the best shape of your life, when the alarm clock goes off, you're going to show up differently because that's your identity. That's your standards. When the menu comes at the restaurant, you're going to order differently because your brain says, no, we are healthy. We order healthy, right? Somebody that doesn't care is going to get the nachos and the cake, which is amazing, right? For a cheat meal, but you're going to identify differently. Another example, somebody that identifies as a content creator. I have a following, right? Whether you have one or not, you're going to show up differently to your content. You're going to speak differently. I am a podcaster. You identify differently. You see what I'm saying there? I am an author. You identify differently, and it's all identity. And here's what's so cool about this is you already know who this human is, like this ultimate version of you have in your mind. You know what he or she looks like. You know the body that you want. You know the business that you want. You know how you want to show up to the world as a mom, as a dad, as an aunt, as an uncle. You know who you are. I call this the ultimate and best version of you. You know that person that God created you to become. So what's so cool about this is you've already seen this person in your vision, in your meditation, in your heart. So just identify as, no, that is me. And I think this is the coolest thing ever where you tie in now Neville Goddard's laws of assumption. And I finally understood this. What he was trying to say is, no, I identify as a person that gets all of my manifestations. I identify as somebody that has 20K, 50K, 100K months. I identify as somebody that has 10,000 followers or whatever you're trying to shoot for. And everything changes because as within, so without. So the minute you identify with this inside in your heart, you're like, no, the world has no other choice but to show up with you and identify, like start showing you your identity in real world. Now, here's where this gets really deep. When you identify as a certain type of an individual, your habits, your daily disciplines start showing up too. See, you make decisions differently. You take actions differently. And actions, habits, daily disciplines is what leads to the place where you want to go, the bank account that you want to have, the business that you want to have, the following that you want to have, the body you want to have. So back to that fitness analogy. If number one, you identify as somebody who in 2026 is in the best shape of their life, lost the weight, has the body of your dreams, is back to your fighting weight, right back to your high school weight. You're lean, you're mean, you're shredded, you're jacked, you look sexy as hell, right? If you identify as that, what will you do today? Well, somebody that identifies as somebody that's in the best shape of their life, what do? They work out, they do their cardio, they meal prep, they morning routine, they sauna, they cold plunge, they go on runs, they, whatever the cool thing is that you want to do. So you're going to start doing it. Now, here's where this gets freaking wild. So if I identify as that person and I start doing daily habits as that person, in 30, 60, 90 days, 180 days, 12 months, you actually become that person. That's how growth happens, my friends. It's not magic. It's not this magic formula. Vision boards are amazing. Manifesting is beautiful. I love all of that. Meditations. But what has to happen is you have to rewire your internal identity and who you believe you truly are. What this does is this ultimately raises your standards. And I want you to look at your identity and your standards as like a thermostat. If you go to your home's thermostat and you set it to a certain degree, it's going to turn on the heater to match that. If you want to cool it down, you set a thermostat to cool it down. And your identity is just simply the thermostat for your life, for your business, for your standards, for your body, for your bank account, for your relationships. And I find this so beautiful that we don't need the ball to drop to just become a new person and identify as somebody differently. And when now your identity is that person, you'll show up. And I think that's why 25% of people don't make it through the first week of their New Year's resolutions. And the 10% that make it through to the end of the year, now that becomes their identity. And it actually becomes their life. It becomes a way of life. And my friend, that's how you have the best year of your life. You don't need a new year, new me. You need a new year, new identity. New year, new habits on a daily basis. And those habits will lead to your identity and ultimately change your life, your bank account, your business, your relationships, everything that you want to do in this world. And I really hope that you do that this year. I really hope that this is the year you look back and say, that was the year that my life changed. And I'm giving you permission to just go crazy on it this year. Become the person that you know you are inside. Become the person that you know God created you to become. Love like that. Lead like that. Create like that. Show up to the world like that. That's the ultimate version of you. You know who they are. Identify as that human being. Show up as them today in everything that you do. Everything that you say, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you show up to the world. And what will happen? The world, the universe will align to show you that identity. And you deserve it, my friend. I love you. I believe in you. If you're not following yet, my name's Nicholas Trevillian. You can call me Nicky T. And I have a great resource for you to support you in the new year. I just wrote a new book. It's called You Are Triumphant. We go into this a whole lot more. I go into habits. I go into my 30-day challenge. I go into how to embrace your story and use your story to change the world. It's the first 11 chapters of the brand new manuscript of my book. It comes out next year. You can get those first 11 chapters in the link in my bio. I love you. I believe in you. Let's crush it this year. You got this.